Hello everybody. Today is another hair experiment video. What I've done is went ahead and braided my hair in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sections. And instead of just letting them air dry, which I don't know how long that will take, I'm actually going to try and dry them with the Revair. I would like to see if the Revair is able to dry my hair in braids with me being able to use less sections. Because what I normally find is when I dry my hair, I'll split it into kind of like these 9 sections to start with, and then I often have to split each section further. I already washed my hair, conditioned my hair, added a little bit of extra color to the roots. It's subtle, but it's there so that when I blow dry it, it's going to look a little bit more cohesive. After that, I added leave-in conditioner, mixed with a little oil serum. Then I put a little spray leave-in conditioner, heat protectant in, and setting lotion, and braided up each section. So there is product in here, but since it's confined in the braid, it shouldn't be like sticky in the Revair. And it's not a ton of product. It's very, very light products that are kind of all layered together. I don't think I used more than this amount of product per section. I put it in these little bantu knots here to keep it damp so that when I go to use the Revair, it will be as efficient as possible. My plan is to put each braid in the Revair for 2 minutes and then use the cool shot and see how that feels. So first I'm going to try 2 minutes, pull it out. Is it feeling warm and dry? Is it feeling damp still? If it's feeling good, then I'm going to go ahead and put it back in, use the cool shot, and go from there. I also did go ahead and thoroughly brush through each section before I braided it, just to have it as smooth as possible, because doing it this way, I don't know if it will incur any tangles since it's in the braid, and I didn't want to let that happen. That's another reason I have it in these little bantu knots here, because as it shrinks, like parts of the hair that are shorter could pull out of the braid and start creating fuzz. And again, I don't want that to become a tangle. I have my stopwatch here. We are going to put the Revair on and do the first 2 minutes. All right, that's the first one. It feels soft. It feels dry. It doesn't feel damp. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna let it be, see how the other one goes. This part at the end, it has definitely pulled these guys out, which I thought it would, and that's totally fine. I wasn't trying to get these to be straight. All I need to do really here is take them and twist them, and we're just gonna let them be twisted until I have finished the rest of it here. And that makes a nice little coil at the end, and that's perfect. Okay, so it looks good. Does it feel damp? Maybe the tiniest bit. It's definitely dry on the outside. Anyway, let us go on and finish, and I will come back when I have the last one to do. This is what we're looking like after I have gone through each section with the Revair. You can see that the purple is really popping through here. It looks great. It did shrink up a little because I don't think it's completely dry on the inside. Like when I put it against my face, it feels dry, but there's kind of like almost a coolness that I can feel to some of them. So I think it needs a little bit more time. But it does feel really, really nice. My hair feels very soft. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do this last one. Cause like this one, when I touch it, it's like, it's wet. Like the wetness comes off on my hands. Okay, we're just going to let the Revair cool down. Overall, I think my braids came out super nice. Let me just twist this end here. There we go. And now compared to how it felt before I put it in the Revair, it feels so much smoother and not soaking wet. The rest of these feel like they probably could air dry a little bit, which is fine because I'm gonna go outside and let the wind and the nice warm day just kind of get any remaining moisture out. I think I'll come back tomorrow and undo these and see what we're looking like as far as a braid out here. I was thinking I might undo them after I was done with the Revair, but I can feel they're not 100% dry, but they're dry enough that they'll dry overnight. If I had put each one of these in for 5 minutes, they may have dried quicker. However, I didn't want to put heat on my hair for that long. The outside would just be cooking, and the inside might still be a little bit wet. So let it continue to dry here on its own and evaporate, and we'll see what it looks like. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously I have a big part down the middle like this, but I'll just put everything together in a pony like this or something when I'm getting ready to wear it out, and it will be fine. I'll catch you on the flip side with an update. Here's just a little quick update. This is what it looks like as I've styled it to go out. As you can see, I've got these pretty white flowers. I've got earrings. I've got this beautiful necklace on, which matches the earrings. It's a little old-fashioned, but I think it goes so well with this whole ensemble. And the hair looks good. I put a nice lip on here, very subtle, very pretty. And we are ready to go. So that is my in-between look before we head into the braid out here. Welcome to the takedown. We are starting by putting everything in a bun like this and then just doing one at a time, because that is so much easier than trying to keep track of what is going on if everything's all loose. So I'm just kind of undoing from the bottom first, and then these should be pretty smooth since I combed through everything and didn't borrow hair. So I should be able to just pull like that and release. Maybe I should have pulled a bit higher, but that worked pretty good. Where are the 3 individual sections? Yep, there we go. So that's one braid undone. Do the one on the other side. So same thing, we're gonna come down. And not gonna lie, I thought about borrowing hair when I was first doing it, but man, these are so soft. I then realized the takedown would be exponentially harder if I did that. I'm just trying to grab one. Oh, there we go. I saw this hack on Instagram, and this makes it so much easier to take down braids. But like I said, the trick is not borrowing hair, because if you borrow hair and you try to do this, welcome to Tangle City. I'm just trying to find one that wants to come out. Okay. Wow, these came out so nice. And I don't know if it's because I stretched them as they were drying, or if it's because I used the setting lotion. It's probably a combination of both of those things. But they're just so defined. Oh, and the fact that I'm taking it out right away instead of letting it sit for several days. Because when something sits for several days, that's when more shed hairs accumulate, it gets frizzy, and you just don't have that definition. I mean, usually 3 or 4 days is fine, but this is next day hair, and I can usually never have next day hair because my hair just takes so long to dry. But since I did it with the Revair, this actually came out pretty quickly. And these are definitely 100% for sure dry. I thought they would dry by yesterday evening, but just to be on the safe side, I let them go overnight. That never harmed anything, as long as they're, you know, not dripping wet. I feel like these aren't 100% separated where I want them to be. Okay, yeah, now we're good. We're getting there. We've got 3 more left after this one. Okay, last one. Now I didn't plan super well, so I am going to have a harsh line down the middle of my head here. And sometimes I don't pull right from the root because it can be a little resistant, but I know I didn't borrow any hair, so it's okay if I need to tug just a little bit to get that out, because if you borrow hair and you pull from the root and it's resisting you and you pull back, you're gonna have some issues. This looks so cute. I love this braid out. Now, sometimes people will separate this, and let's look at what it looks like from the back. As you can see, that is a very interesting middle line there. But I love how this looks, so I'm just gonna see if I can just kind of push everything back. I don't know. Maybe if I just separate each of the back ones one time. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find this one. It kind of has a natural place where it wants to separate, and I'm gonna let that separate. I'm trying not to like actually pull it apart, but just find where there's like a separation and just let that naturally happen. That way it'll be a bit fuller at the back, but hopefully it'll get rid of the line too. As you saw when I did it initially, the ends got pulled out by the Revair, but just curling them back around themselves made these come back together. Okay, so as you can see, I've got this line here, but it's a super simple fix. I've separated enough in the back that all I have to do is take this and you're just gonna pin it in place like so. I think that's gonna work super good. And I don't love this right in my face. There are a few little areas I just kind of want to pin down. Maybe kind of, yeah, there we go. That one's gonna get pinned back, and then this one, I'm just gonna pin it back out of my face, just a touch. Oh, okay, that's so good. And I am not a big separating person. I don't like to separate it too much. I like the length over the volume, and I think this is just so cute. This is probably one of my best braid outs ever. I usually don't try braid outs on stretched hair. I do tweed outs, and those always come out great too. But stretching the braids with the Revair and then letting them dry, I mean, you can see it's, look at the shine. Look at the shine. I'm not even in the sunlight, and I will show you what it looks like in the sunlight. But look at that. Wow. And I know the color looks a little dark because I'm inside, but when I get outside, it's gonna be amazing. So just a few final accessories. I have these very cute, delicate little bracelets here. I got them from Claire's. They're in the section back with the little girls stuff. So if you're looking for it, that's where you'll want to find it. I just love delicate looking jewelry, but women's delicate looking jewelry, a little chain like this would be like $10. So I got like a whole set of them together for like $10. Okay, the hardest part is putting this on by yourself. I've got one. I don't need it to be expensive. I just need it to look the way I want it to look. So again, let's see if I can just kind of grab this, hook it on. Okay, there we go. I've got two like very delicate little things, and they look adorable and they're super cute. Of course, we're gonna add our earrings. Now, as far as makeup goes, I am going to do a slightly bolder version of the lip I did yesterday. I'm gonna start with this Nearly There by Maybelline, and then following it up with this Darling Damask by Palladio. These are the only two makeup brands that I use because they seem to work really well and they don't irritate my skin. I cannot put lipstick on looking in the camera, so I gotta do it in the mirror, and I'll be back. I was going to do both my lips, but after doing the top lip with the purple, I love it. It's absolutely perfect. I think it would make the look way too heavy if I do the bottom as well. I just love that dark upper look. There's a bunch of people in my family that just have that naturally dark upper lip, and I think it's so pretty. So I always like to try and imitate that because both my lips are the same color and they actually just kind of blend into my face. When I'm a little bit more tan, sometimes they stand out a little bit more, but yeah, here we go. So this is absolutely perfect. I'm so happy with this look. I love it so much. The earrings match perfectly with the whimsy. I've got the little bracelets on and my hair is looking amazing, and we are going to go outside and show you what this looks like in the sunlight. This is what it looks like in the sunlight. Isn't this beautiful? I am in love with this look. Look at my hair, look at how beautiful that color is, and I refreshed it a little bit on the roots. It's still dark, which is fine because it gives that ombre effect, but it's popping because it was really brown before and I didn't want brown. I wanted a different color, which is the purple, so it could be dark purple, and that is totally fine. This is my outfit for today. I do have cute shoes, but I'm not wearing them right now because I'm literally standing in the garden and that would ruin them. So just imagine the cutest little red shoes that you've ever seen, little red sandals, and that will be my outfit. I do have a naturally coily curl pattern, so if you would like to try this idea with the Revair and you find your ends get pulled out, they may not curl back together the way that mine did, but all you have to do is do a little like flexi rod or perm rod on the end, and then it will dry perfectly and you'll be good to go and you'll get these cute results. I'm so happy with it. This is one of the best braid outs that I have ever done. So let me show you from the back again. Just love it so much. I'm so happy. This turned out perfect. Yeah, I think my experiment worked. I'm so happy that I found a way to do it that allows me to undo it the next day. My hair is not wet. I'm not sitting there miserably for it to be dry, and I don't have to use a million tiny sections to get the fullness. It just looks so pretty and feminine, and yeah, everything about this look is something that I'm really enjoying, and the makeup goes perfectly with it as well. Bonus update, I had put my hair in this sleeping style overnight, and it actually ended up working out because we had unexpected company first thing in the morning and I had to run and answer the door, and I looked halfway decent. I mean, this little bit's sticking out, but you know, it's whatever. It's my sleeping style for the first thing in the morning. Yeah, not bad hair, not bad. Thanks for watching.